The
What's up?
the fucking the YouTube recommendations for our for the Two Cowards YouTube page, they're so fucking cursed. Like I'm logged in, right?
Let me look.
Are you logged in? Just go to the front page.
I'm getting there. Hold on. Yeah.
One of the one of them is poo poo. My ops are poo. Next one. I got 2 cups of orange juice in my hands, which is just it's 16 seconds long, and apparently it's a Gorillaz parody, because it's got the guys from the Gorillaz.
I have when your mom have a cleaning day, and I'm making piss. So, well, that's good.
Yeah. Dude, there's some like softcore porn on our fucking on our recommendations.
Yeah, I've also noticed that.
Fuck yeah, dude! I got Smosh. Hell yeah.
Didn't we? I don't think we ever talked about Smosh in the podcast, but we should have.
Yeah, you want to talk about Smosh?
Maybe. I noticed that someone has watched an entire 12-second video entitled "How do you feel about having Hatsune Miku at your birthday?"
Dude, that video is fucking hilarious. Watch that video right now.
Okay. I also see all the Viper albums.
Right, yeah, that's to be expected. By the way, listeners, for the full experience, go look up on YouTube. How do you feel about having Hatsune Miku at your birthday party?
That's a pretty good video.
I'm dead inside.
Have you seen this? Hold on.
You seen this shit?
You heard about this? You seen this? You heard about this?
Oh no, you beat me to Pokemon battle. Uh-oh. Trust this domain. 13 seconds long. This one is going to pop up. Oh, that's only 13 seconds. This one is going to be recorded for the podcast for all our listeners.
Oh.
Oh,
I guess I'll have to cut that out.
You beat me in a Pokemon battle? But I don't have any money.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps there's something else you want?
Uh-oh.
Give me your hat.
I'm sorry, what?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, let's start the episode.
What's up with that? 2 cowards who don't even smoke crack. What's up with that? 2 cowards who don't even smoke crack.
Alright, hey guys, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Will.
And together we're 2 cowards who don't even smoke crack. This is a podcast dedicated to reviewing the musical works of Lee Carter, aka Lee Dog, aka Cobra, aka Rip, aka Diamondback, or as you may know him, Viper. Between the two of us,
Yep,
we have less than 0. Well, actually, we have, I guess,
we're getting experience now. We're coming up on like 6 months of experience.
half a year of experience in reviewing music, or really professional criticism of any kind. In some ways, this makes us perfect to review Viper. Sorry, I'm about to fucking throw up.
That's Wendy's for you.
That Wendy's ain't sitting right. Because oh god. Alright, give me some. 1 second. Let me drink some water.
Oh, I'm definitely not cutting this part out.
Just thinking about this week's episodes just triggers my fucking gag reflex.
This is gonna be a good one.
We too know what it feels like to be devoid of any sort of talent. Oh god.
Yeah, and I think today that's true as much as ever. Before we get started, I want to.
I'm gonna go out on a. I'm gonna say this is more than ever. This is more than ever.
This is maybe more than ever. I want to give a couple of announcements here. One, I want to celebrate. Spotify is still damned. My friendship with Spotify has ended. YouTube is my new best friend. I found a bunch of old Viper albums that had previously disappeared. They're on YouTube. They're on the Viper topic. So
Okay.
I have some old albums that'll be back from like 2012, 2013 for next week that we can listen to.
Hell yeah.
So look forward to that. Also, I want to give a shout out to YouTube commenter. I don't know who it is, who just called out Garrett on the last episode we uploaded, which would be 2 weeks ago, the episode 12, where you mentioned a long time ago that you have so many typos on your like written intro, like this is a podcast dedicating to Viper, and you fuck it up like every other week. And this guy is like, I like how Garrett said that he had typos on it and has never fixed it and fucks it up every week.
Wait, who said that? Hold on, I gotta pull this up. I did not see that.
Let me look it up.
On episode 12?
Yeah, it's like the most recent one we have uploaded. Yeah,
I don't see it on Ep 12. Hold on.
let me see. I'm looking.
God damn it! I really still have not changed
Do you see it now?
I have not changed. No, I haven't seen it. I'm loading the studio. I'm loading YouTube
All right,
Studio.
I'm looking.
Fuck that guy.
It might be on 11.
It is on 11. It's on Walter Mondale.
That guy comments on every video. He is sometimes the only person to comment on every single video. So
Is that someone we know?
I don't know. I really just have no idea.
It got 3 likes, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, I can love react things now.
Oh, hell yeah. Thanks,
There you
YouTube.
Two Cowards has now loved and pinned. I love that Garrett has had dedicating and dedicated written down, so he fucks up the intro every week.
I still have that. It's still,
I'll never fix it. I know you. You're
dedicated.
never gonna change it.
Literally, all I do every time we fucking record this, I call you on Discord.
You say it wrong.
We do the same exact song and dance every single fucking week. We get on, I go, hey. You go, hey. How'd you enjoy it? And I said, it sucked. And I said, let me pull up all the bullshit. And I fucking pull up all 3 of our recording apps. I pull up the intro. I switch my internet provider so that you don't randomly drop out in the middle of the fucking episode. And then I just start recording at some point during our conversation and don't let you know.
By the way, episode 12, I'm sorry everyone. It is a mess. We had a lot of connection issues during that recording. And so they're just issues because of internet, I guess, where my track is like certain segments of it are considerably faster or slower than yours.
Oh yeah,
And so
sometimes it does that.
Getting things synced was kind of a pain, but I think it's understandable. It just sounds like I'm a little psychic. I'm like a quarter of a second psychic.
Yeah.
Like I can foresee the things you're about to say sometimes, but I can't foresee that I fucked up the editing. So
yeah, that's fair.
Anyway,
hopefully that doesn't happen this week.
Where do you want to start? You want to start with "Life Ain't Fair for Yule"?
Yeah.
Perhaps
let's start there.
Okay.
I think "Life Ain't Fair for Yule" is kind of the most most generic Viper album that we have this week.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. So this is a 16-song album,
right?
So this is going to be interesting. So let's just go through this. Let's get started. So first, we're gonna do the same kind of game we did last week, which I think was very fun. Or at some point we did this game. I don't know. Where I tell you what the song is called on "Life Ain't Fair for Yule," what the original is called, and then I'm going to tell you what YouTube thinks it is.
All right, cool.
And then as a bonus, I'm going to tell you what the link that YouTube provides actually leads to.
Fuck yeah.
So let's start with "Real 2 Dis." I have no idea what that means, but that's "Let Me Take Control" from Best Piece in Chain.
Right.
Which is a pretty good song. YouTube thinks it's a song called "Convex Shape" from "Sold My Soul to the Devil."
Nice. But he bought it back.
However, well, the link actually leads to a song called "Time to Axe" from Interest Baron. But the song is actually just "Let Me Take Control," except he's removed every other like note.
Yeah,
it's very strange. It's like every other
he also like
sound and word is off.
He turned it down too. Like the volume on this one is weirdly quieter than the rest of the album, at least as far as I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very odd.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a
Uh-huh.
little bloated right now. You can keep talking. I'm gonna take my belt and pants off.
Perfect.
Because
so
that Wendy's ain't sitting right.
I think the reason why this is so much quieter, this song is obviously from Best Piece in Chain, and then basically the entire rest of the album is from Ready and Willing.
Which we haven't heard in a while.
we haven't heard in a while, so it's kind of cool. Except I didn't like that one when we first heard it.
I
But,
feel a lot better.
that's great. But yeah, so it might just be that the entirety of Best Piece in Chain was quieter than Ready and, but
That's
we've
a
never
solid
heard them
possibility.
back to back.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's jump into the Ready and with But Still, that is I Keep It Real. That again from Ready and
right.
Willing. YouTube thinks it's the song She Want Sex With You in Her Leather Jacket from the album Sex With a Girl in a Leather Jacket.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's great.
However, the link leads to the song Money Man from Grind Shine. Which, did we review Grind Shine? We might have done that one.
I think
Maybe
we
not.
did. I think we did Grinding and Shining.
Well, there you go. We'll get there eventually.
Something like that.
That was the fun part of this to me.
Grind
was
to
seeing
Shine,
that
I think, is what we did. I think we did.
We did do Grind to Shine, yeah. So it's cool to see all these other albums and that they're on YouTube because it makes me know that there are more things for us to listen to.
Right.
So next song, The Money Can't Fold. That is my Expeditions as a Baller from Ready and.
This is, I think I've mentioned this before. We're at a point now where sometimes it's weird. I can sometimes recognize exactly what a song, like I can listen to the song and go, oh, I've heard this before. And I'd say that's about 70% of the Viper discography, right? And then there's another 30% of the Viper discography that he doesn't use as often. And every time we get an album like this, where it starts off with like a song, the first two songs are from different albums, I have a moment where I'm like, have I heard this before or is this new? I genuinely can't tell. And then normally like 3 or 4 songs in, I'll hear something like My Expeditions as a Fucking Baller, or I'll hear fucking the 19th remix of As My New Ride Crawl, and I go, okay, yeah, so this is garbage. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I recognize these some, but I didn't remember their names because some of the names are not great.
Right.
But yeah, this is My Expeditions as a Baller from Ready and. YouTube thinks that this song, The Money Can't Fold, is the original. However, the link doesn't just lead back to the song; it leads to Diamonds Bling from Grindshine.
Huh. Interesting.
So YouTube not only thinks that this is the original, but still provided a link, and it still leads to something else.
Baller.
All right. Yep, pretty cool. Next up, Deal Inked.
I don't know what that means either.
I have no idea. This is Flat on They Back from Ready and. YouTube thinks it's the song Gat Spray from Plush Player, which we have heard.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the link actually leads to I Don't Care About No Price Amount from The Beast of the Best, which keep that album name in mind. You might hear it some more. And it's one of the albums for next week. So
is it actually?
Well, The Beast of the Best, yes.
Hell
so
yeah, that's
look
awesome.
forward to that.
That's a great name.
This next one is a good one. So this is by far the most interesting one on this entire album. All right. It's called Don't Ask Why. It's actually I'm Watching These Haters from Ready and. Now, YouTube thinks it's a song called The Victimizer. That is Victimiza.
Awesome.
From the album Candid Camera.
I feel like I've seen Candid Cameras.
It's like the album cover is it's got the like fake binocular filter over it. It's like someone in a bush looking in a window at like a woman in a bikini.
Oh, baller.
It's really, really awful. However, this is where it gets very interesting. The link leads to the song called Ready and Willing Futuristic Space Age Remix Screwed and Chopped from Ready and Willing Penitentiary Album. That's all one line.
Hell yeah.
However, the song is 23 seconds of Watching These Haters, 8 full agonizing seconds of silence, and then 70 seconds of Ray Charles's Kiss Me Baby from I Got Woman in 1968, and then the rest of Watching These Haters.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's so cool.
Nothing says futuristic space age remix like Ray Charles' 1968 album I Got a Woman.
That's great. That's awesome.
That's pretty
I think
good.
Ray Charles is from the same town as me, I believe. The
Really?
town I was born in. Yeah, he's from this. Ray Charles and I were born in the same town. Maybe in the same hospital. I think there's only
Nice.
one hospital.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
I suppose.
Next up is Playin' Wit All Dis Money. That's It's On from Ready And. YouTube thinks it's Doing My Thang from Candid Camera.
Hell yeah.
But the link leads to the song called Big Bank from Grindshine.
Hell yeah.
Yep, pretty good. Next one, Above the Rim. That's Rim spelled RYM.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That is What Would It Take from Ready And, which maybe keep that in mind. YouTube, however, thinks it's Money Comin' from the album called Three Way.
Hell yeah.
The link leads to the song Think About It, futuristic space age remix, Screwed and Chopped from Ready and Willing Penitentiary album. This song has 155 views, but no likes and no dislikes. It's beautiful.
Bizarre.
Why would anyone listen to this song? Why would 155 people have listened to this songs? And how did no one have an opinion about it?
That's so cool. I love that.
All right, let's keep rolling before that gets us. The greatest rapper ever. That is Ball by the Mall from Ready And. YouTube thinks it's Put It All in Perspective from Candid Camera, but the link leads to This Killer Made of Money from The Beast of the Best. So there's another.
So we're just gonna hear. We're just gonna hear. All right, never mind.
No, just two. There's only two.
Okay.
But yes.
Are they the same? Are they the same song though?
We'll just have to wait and find out.
All right, I guess.
I mean, I already know the answer, but you'll have to wait and find out.
I'd rather die.
Next up is Just Rich, which is My Hustle from Ready And. YouTube thinks it's After a Win, I Never Lose It from Candid Camera. I don't know what that means, by the way. After a win, I never lose it. I have no idea. I really don't know. The link leads to Paper Player from Grindshine. So just to put this in perspective, YouTube has thought that 4 songs on this album were from the album Candid Camera, but none of those links have led to the album Candid Camera.
That's sick.
I don't know what YouTube is on with these, but anyway, next up, this is kind of interesting. You Gon' Die from Ready And.
Yes, my favorite song.
This song is way better than I remember.
Right?
I didn't remember this at all.
It's so I was a defender of this one when we covered this album originally.
Yeah.
I absolutely
I think it's
still love this.
Solid. So YouTube thinks it's the song You Gone Sleep from Genius.
Which that's great. I'm really excited for
great.
Genius.
That's gonna be good. I have no idea when that came out. There's just no telling. The link leads to You Fell Off from Ready And Willing, Chopped and Screwed. Which is, I mean, by the way, all the links are pretty much the identical song again, with no changes, unless I pointed out that it was different, like the two earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, take that as you will. So next up, we have High Life, which is What Would It Take again?
Right.
Again.
Right.
So YouTube doesn't have any more suggestions. It only bothered with the first 10 for some reason, which made me concerned at this point that are all of the rest of them repeats? But no, it's just What Would It Take? So next is It's Lovely. That's Making Sure from Ready And. My other note here is that the beat kind of sounds like a boomerang, like in a cartoon.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I thought this one was okay on a re-listen.
It's all right. Next up, one of the best names on this one, Destroying Every Hater is the Mission.
Yeah,
that is
good.
Blingin' from Ready And.
And that dude, I Apparently, one of our well-known quotes is something about, "Oh, I hate this song. Oh, it's just blingin'," or something like that from an early one. And so my friend Ben just assumes that you hate blingin' with like the most intense passion on the planet.
I don't like blingin'. He's not wrong.
My only note for it is the sample still sucks.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. No. As soon as all the other ones I gave a listen through just in case there was anything interesting in them that like was wrong.
Yeah.
I heard it and I was like, this is playing in, and I skipped it immediately.
That's the same.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Next up is "Show Me." That's "All Girls Are in Love with Me."
Yes.
From Ready And. Now, keep in mind, this is not "All Girls Are in Love with Us."
Correct.
Which is the
a
song
Cobra
about
song.
all girls being in love with. No, not originally. Originally, it's just a random song from These Rich Men They Hard.
Is it?
But we heard it. Yeah, but remember, we heard it 3 times the same week on 3 different Cobra records.
That's right. You're right. My bad.
And I think you actually listened to Locked in Win or whatever.
Wrapped in Win.
First.
You fuck that up
Wrapped
every
in
time.
Win.
It's Wrapped in Win.
Damn it. You listened to that first, and you assumed that all those were from that.
How dare you? How dare you not always remember exactly what the names of the fucking Viper albums that we've listened to are?
That's a good point. I want to move on to "How's It Going Down."
So can we just move on to the next fucking album?
Yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ. This is the worst day of my life.
This is a 16-song album. So I want to do the math here. Because Ready And is 15 songs, right? That album is 15. And there's one Best Piece in Chain song at the beginning.
Right.
So that should add up to 16, but he still fucks it up by putting 2 What Would It Takes on here.
Correct.
I don't know. I didn't even bother to figure out which one he left off, but it doesn't matter. It's not like there's a title track that he really likes from this that he's saving. He
right, exactly.
And it's not even like before where he has just named things very obviously what they were meant to be covers of. Right. I don't know. Like, what do you think "In the Fast Lane" has to do with "They Can't Fold Me"? Nothing. It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that's correct.
I gave this a 3.
I gave it a 2.
I just thought it was nice to hear Ready And again.
This was the highest. A little foreshadowing here. The 2 out of 10 that I gave "Life Ain't Fair for Yule" is the highest grade that I gave this week.
I only gave 1 more grade.
Oh, so really? Interesting.
I did not grade the third one, but let's go to number 2.
The accursed. All right.
Yeah, let's go to number 2. "To Burn a Police Alive."
I had to listen to these at work. You and I completely forgot. Neither of us hit each other up yesterday, which is normally when we record on Sundays. I was at work, and you texted me and go, "Hey, my bad. Do you want to record tonight?" And I said, fuck. I haven't listened to a single album from this week. That was at what, like 3 o'clock? No, like 2 o'clock. That was at like 2 o'clock. It is now, full disclosure, 7:25 p.m. I listened to all of these albums all the way through. Well, that's not entirely true. I listened to 2 of these albums all the way through, and I listened to
Are you telling me you did not get all the way through the last album?
We can discuss. Later.
Oh, boy.
We can discuss later.
I had a lot of fun with that one, I'll be honest.
I did not. I had. We'll get to it.
All right. Well, let's do.
I had to know. Hold on. Let me get through my thought here. I had to listen to this at work, and it was the most traumatizing experience I've ever had of being in my fucking office and being like having to fucking sit there and listen to this on like 30 volume on my computer and like sticking my ear against the speaker and like having one eye out my door to make sure nobody's walking up to walk into my fucking to walk by or walk in and be like, "Hey, what the fuck are you listening to?" And me have to go, "Oh, I'm listening to Burn a Police Alive." And now that's forever. That was on my work computer too, so that is now forever fucking imprinted in my search history on my official account. YouTube to burn a police alive Viper. So let's get through this fucking album.
Okay, so oh god, no, I have the burps. We're gonna start with "You Cop Better Give Me Spacin'." I don't know why you couldn't have just said space, but
Right.
this is Spaghetti from Rich and Not,
Right.
famous.
It's a Silent Hill
Um,
remix, apparently. It literally sounds like Akira Yamaoka at the very beginning.
So I have the same game as back. We're gonna do what YouTube thinks it is and where the link goes, because this one is honestly more interesting than the other one. So YouTube, for whatever reason, thinks that this is the name of this song, the original. YouTube thinks it is "Maintaining That Big Fettuccine"
Which
from
is
the album.
which is a spaghetti remix.
That's true. Well, this one isn't a remix. Well, yeah.
No, that song is a spaghetti is just spaghetti, because I remember listening to that one.
Yeah, it is just spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, YouTube thinks that's the original, is "Maintaining That Big Fettuccine."
That's fine.
From the album "You Don't Know Me, Little Hard R N-Word."
I remember that one. That was a terrible album. I think that was one.
That's not even the same. Is that even the one that we listened to?
Yeah, that is the one we listened to.
I don't even know if it is. Yeah, it is.
That is
You're right.
100% the one we listened to, because I remember us just being like, "Oh, there's no reason that he had to hard R there. There's absolutely no."
Here's the problem. Here's the problem, Garrett. The link actually leads to the song "Major Fettuccine" in parentheses Linguini from "A Day in the Life of Lee Carter."
That's awesome. That's so cool. I'm excited for that album.
How about the next? That's going to be a good one. The next one is called "The Tona." That's THA space TONA. I don't know.
Wait, is that what it's called? I thought it was
Rich
just
and Not Famous.
I thought it was just the tone. Hold on.
The Tona, apparently.
Like ink, like ink, like toner, like ink.
Dude, I really don't know. Hoop Call was the name of the song with the car doors open like chicken wings. I like this one. I wish that it weren't on "To Burn a Police Alive," but here we are.
I want to point out these are actually remixes.
They are a little bit. The beats are different, but I don't think they're ever better.
No, they're not. But they are different. I want to point that out. This is not just a straight copy album. He does do stuff to this one. Like
Which is why
on the tone
kind of...
/ the tona, he turns up his voice and turns down the beat so that you hear every fucking lyric as loud as humanly
concerning possible. Because all of these links lead to the exact same versions of these songs. So even if these are edited, I don't know if these are even original edits of these. They could be edits from other albums that he's already released.
That is true. They're new to us. They're new to us.
They are new to me, yeah. So YouTube thinks that the Tona is actually breaking Hada's hearts from the album "Let's Go Swimming."
That's cool.
The link, however,
that's awesome.
The link, however,
did you say however? Did you say however?
I'm having a stroke looking at this next word. So the link leads to the song "Undia the Sink." That is UNDEA, the sink. They sink. Awesome. Excuse me. Undia they sink. From the album "My Most Prized Possession." I don't know what "Undia the Sink" means.
I think it's just supposed to be unda.
But maybe. Anyway, High Life Experience. That is HI Life, not HIGH. So, yeah, whatever. That is Rich and Not Famous. YouTube, however, thinks this is my favorite song and album combination of the week. YouTube thinks it's Lust Lord from the album Lust Lord.
No, that's not real.
Not only did he name the song Lust Lord, he named the whole album Lust Lord.
That's not real.
Yeah, it is.
You're fucking joking.
No. The next one.
We got it when we Lust Lord has got to be one we save for a guest. We got to have somebody listen to Lust Lord with us.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely listen to Lust Lord. I'm sure it's just the same crap. It's probably just a Rich and Not Famous cover.
That's fine, but just the name Lust Lord is awesome.
But see, I actually don't know what that song sounds like because the link leads to "Supplying Cool Kits." I don't know what that means. From "My Prized Possession" again. So, it's very odd that consistently YouTube will name like this is the original, but then the link will lead to something completely different, and I don't know why, but I think it's funny.
Yeah.
So, telling lies on your dick. Sorry, this song is called Computerized,
Right.
but it's actually telling lies on your dick from
And
Rich and Not Famous.
this is the worst thing on the album by far.
I agree. I didn't realize how much this hook stuck with me. Like when I first listened to this, I was like, I don't remember anything about this song. But then I heard this hook, and I was like, oh shit, this is telling lies on your dick. Like, I don't know why I recognized it instantly. It's probably some kind of illness.
The remixed version of this is so fucking
It's trash.
bad. Literally,
It is trash.
like the beat is super tinny, and then please listen to this. The hook is so chopped and screwed. It's fucking unintelligible. You cannot tell a single word. It's not clear what language he's speaking. It's not clear if he's even speaking or if he's just making sounds. It is terrible.
So YouTube, however, thinks it's the song is called Then-A-Days, not Nowadays. Then-A-Days.
That's cool.
From the song 2, the number 2, Gorgeous. However, the link, of course, leads to Flexin' and Ballin' from Breaking That Ice, which let me see if I can try to find Breaking That Ice for you. It doesn't matter. It's basically, you know, those like stock photos that they put on ice machines of like the penguin.
Yeah, with sunglasses on.
Yeah, it's that, except on his like white belly, it just says "Breaking the Ice."
That's awesome.
And then Viper the rapper's face posted in the corner. It's pretty cool.
That's really awesome.
We'll get that album eventually too. The next song is called "Endless." That is "She Worked" from Rich and Not Famous. YouTube actually thinks it's "Why They Hate" from "Funny How the Panty Goes."
That's fucking terrible.
The
fucking awful.
The link, of course, does not lead to that song. The link leads to
Lust Lord 2.
Close. It leads to "Doing That Heroin."
God damn it!
From the album "The Best Creation of God."
God damn it!
This is an outstanding Viper song name. The next one here. I promise the number 2 decapitate one of these bitch ass police.
Yeah.
Although it's just the song Maulin'.
But Maulin',
it's just
Maulin'
a song
is
about him
so
going to
good.
It's just a song about him going to the mall and buying shit.
The original is still so good. I legit,
so good.
after I heard this remix, I went back and I looked up. I tried to find what the original of this was so that I could listen to it again because fucking Maulin' is such a good song.
It is so good. YouTube thinks it's Got That Mojo from Lust Lord.
God damn it.
But the link actually leads back to I promise to decapitate one of these bitch ass police. So it actually thinks that this is the original version of this song, which is possible.
I'm not going to say it's not true.
Yeah, I don't know. Next up is Money Station.
Huge Ice JJ Fish vibes on this song.
This is Stay Real. I still love this song. The intro to this song, that I just want to give a shout out to all the boys out there. Gotta remind y'all to stay real. And then right into that the boys. I don't know why the boys want my life, and I won't break out the singing again, but go back to a week or two ago, and it's just this is perfect. And then the verses suck. But the intro is so funny. YouTube thinks it's called "That's a No-No" from Lust Lord.
No, it doesn't.
But the link leads back to this song, Money Station.
Dude, I'm so excited for Lust Lord.
Lust Lord.
That's a group me name.
That's so good.
That should be your fucking. That should be one of our Discord or group me names for sure.
That's pretty good. Next up is called Death Den.
DIN.
Yeah, I don't know. It's actually fake ass rappers, but YouTube thinks this is. You're gonna like this one. It's an acronym. YouTube thinks it's a song called "Fake Ass Rappers" from Trap Lord. That's in parentheses Tall, Rich, and Pretty.
I did know about that one. I did know about.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I did know about Tall, Rich, and
Tall,
Pretty.
Rich, and Pretty,
which is awesome. Actually, a really cool fucking Tall, Rich, and Pretty.
This is a good one.
That reminds me of. Sorry, not to interrupt. That reminds me of fucking. in my deeply, deeply southern fucking middle school, there was this thing where guys would show, like guys on the football team that used to fucking bully me or whatever, they'd show up with shirts on that said swag on them. And then underneath swag, it would say that swag was an acronym for someone who adores God. And I just thought that was that's the coolest shit ever. I want one of those shirts
dude.
so bad.
That's so good.
Someone who
oh my
adores
God.
God.
Oh man.
Tall, rich, and pretty.
Next is called Fully Ready and Willin'.
Yep.
This is something from Rich and Not Famous. I don't know, man. It's something.
All I wrote
YouTube
down for this
thinks-
was thumbs down emoji.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. YouTube thinks it's Money So Tall from Lust Lord.
God damn it.
But the link leads back to Fully Ready and Willin', so I don't know. The next one, this is a great one. This is like a thrash. This is like a thrash metal band name, Hatred Stimulant.
Yeah, that's really good. Hatred Stimulant.
Of course,
is
it's
awesome.
infamy. It's infamy hustlin', but YouTube thinks it's a song called "Hustlin' in Infamy" from the album "Infamy Equals Antimatter."
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'm gonna need to see.
Infamy.
I need you to show your work on this problem, Viper. I'm gonna need you to tell me how you got that answer.
Infamy equals antimatter. However, the link leads to Infamy Hustlin' from I Remember All My Dreams, which is a picture of
That's
Viper
so
with a
powerful.
like it's like a stock like sleeping cap from cartoons on his head.
Dude, I remember
And
all
it's
my
like-
dreams
it's-
is such
it's
a
so good.
powerful statement. That is so cool. That
The
is
next
so
one,
profound.
I love the next three names so much. So this next song is just called Sonnet.
Yes, and it sounds like the Lavender Town theme.
It's Who I Love, which is the like who do I love more than me? My cars?
Who I
No.
love
My girls?
more
No.
than
My
me.
house? No.
My cars, no. My girls, no. My house, no. It sounds like a
And then
fucking.
he
It
gets
sounds
really
like the
low, like,
shittiest.
Who do I love?
It sounds like the shittiest fucking R. Kelly trapped in the closet era bullshit. And it's like, it's so bad. It's so bad. This version is even worse because, like I said, the beat is changed to where it literally sounds like the fucking Lavender Town theme. It is awful. It is so fucking
My
bad.
note for this song, by the way, YouTube gave up after the last one, so I don't know what it thinks this is, but I have the note that I appreciate that this is not only not a sonnet, but it's really just him like giving himself some self-loving,
I think he
hyping
just
himself
thinks,
up. Also,
I really think that he thinks
the
that
comment-
sonnet just means love poem.
yeah, I agree. Also, the comments really loved this lyric, and I'm gonna read it again. I know I read it before, but it's so funny. If you ain't know, I'm the man with the power. One day I looked in the mirror for 24 hours just to see if I could do it. With a face like this, it was nothing to it. That is so good.
That's almost as powerful as I remember all my dreams.
So right after Sonnet, we move into another thing. It's called "It'd Be Heaven on Earth If Police Were Drafted and Not Hired."
I want to point out this is the name of an album that he releases later on as well.
It's also close to a name of another album. He releases another one. It'd be heaven on earth if black police were drafted and not hired.
Okay, more specific. Got
So
it.
he goes on
Okay.
like a spree with this. This is, of course, just infamy swag.
Right,
I also
correct.
wrote that this is such a weird hill to like die on.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean-
you made a song you made a whole album about like to burn a police alive, and you're talking about killing police, and then you're like, I think that everything would be fixed if police were drafted and forced to do it instead of hired.
Which granted,
What does
like,
that mean?
which granted, like that probably, I don't know. There's some issues with that as well, but it can't be as. I mean, it's not like the current system is working. You know what I mean? So it's like at least Viper's giving some ideas out there. At least he's saying, you know what?
Right,
Maybe we shouldn't have people who are just drawn to authoritarian sentiments being in these positions that hold violence or authorized to commit state violence. Sorry, I
So
don't mean to get all
here's a good one.
libtard on you.
Yeah. Well, let's get into Viper's truth.
Yeah.
His message that he wants to get. It's a song called Maxim.
Maxim.
His Maxim. This thing he wants you all to know. And this is what it is.
What he literally lives his life by every day.
And let me tell you, this is it. I want to have infamy. I want to be infamous. Drop top Porsche, no shirt, as you wonder who I be. Drop top Audi, no shirt, as you wonder who I be. Drop top Lambo, no shirt, as you wonder who I be. Drop top Rari, no shirt, as you wonder who I be. The man has spoken. His truth is out there. It's up to you to take it.
There's like,
why would you call this one Maxim? What is this?
I've said it before that like not all of those car companies make convertibles.
I also
that I know off the top of my head. That I know off the top of my head.
You start out, it's like, I want to have infamy, infamous, and then he goes right into like his auto tune. Drop top Porsche, no shirt. He sounds like a demon immediately. It's like, yeah, thanks, man.
Oh,
cool.
Just wait. If you think he sounds like a demon here, just wait.
Well,
we got a whole lot more of that coming today.
We have something interesting here. So this is a 15-song album. So we're on song 14. It's called Developer. Except this is Who I Love again. Come on, man. And then I'm the template, or template, whatever. This is The Hustle of Infamy again, which was 2 songs ago.
Yes.
So,
well,
Viper.
Wasn't Maxim only like 4 or 5 songs ago too? I mean,
Maxim was 2
Developer.
Who I Love. Yeah, so Who I Love was Sonnet, and
so
Hustle
literally
of Infamy was
3
Maxim.
songs earlier.
So yeah, you skip a song and then you just make the same thing again. It's awesome. It's great. It's such a consistent thing at this point. I don't know why it still bugs me at all, but the fact that he manages to take a 15-song album, remix it, and into another 15-song album and not get the numbers,
not get 15
and
songs.
make copies.
Right.
Because like, if
it's
you're
pretty
gonna be lazy,
it's pretty baller.
do like half of them, right? Like, if you're gonna be lazy and you don't feel like it, just do like half of them.
I think he knows. I think he knows that people just stop listening after like 11 songs, and he's just like, "Fuck it, I just got."
I got the same feeling from this next album, which I'd like. Oh, by the way, I gave To Burn a Police Alive a very well earned 2.
Yeah, I gave it a 1.
I don't know what you gave it.
I gave it a 1.
Okay, that's pretty fair. You're not feeling nearly as generous. You gave out like 8s in the first couple of weeks.
I don't think that's true.
now
I think the highest I gave was like a 6.
Well, that was when you were doing like 4 Viper. This is like an 8 for Viper album.
Oh no, that's still my scale. These are 2s for Viper.
Oh yeah, I understand. All right, so I want to talk about this next album a little bit before we get into it.
All right, I also want to talk about this album. This album and I have a very special relationship, but go ahead. Go ahead, Will.
So this is called Acapellas.
But it's not quite.
It's not quite acapellas. It is 27 songs though. This is a release from 2000. This is an album from 2019.
If you want to call it an album,
just random. Well, this seems to just be random shit that he had left over recorded from the past like 20 years.
Yes.
Like there's some random hooks on here, some verses he never used, sometimes like full songs he never used.
Well, the funny thing is he doesn't care that they're just pieces of songs. He just makes them into full songs.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of cool to hear these. No, listen. I think it's kind of cool to like that he put these out.
Fuck
I
you.
don't care.
Go
I don't care
yourself,
that he
Will.
did. I don't want to hear him. But
you're too Viper pilled right now.
No,
I'm so mad.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I like it because it confirms
Fuck
to me
you.
that he writes the Listen, he writes the lyrics first, and then he makes a random beat, and he mushes them together.
Yeah,
he doesn't make the hook. He doesn't have any like cohesion. So part of the reason that he's always off beat is because they're recorded completely separately. He doesn't rap on beat because there's no beat. He's just talking into the microphone, and then he makes a beat somewhere else or steals one or whatever and throws them in there and uses like a machine to slow and speed up the vocal track to get it to the same BPM and then just hucks it on the album.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get right in there.
All right. Before we start,
I
just want to
you say your piece.
I want to wax poetic for a minute. This is there's a Simpsons joke where I forget the exact thing of it, but I forget what country Bart is saying it is, but he's like something is a land. In conclusion, like Zimbabwe is a land of contrasts or something like that. Acapellas too is a land of contrasts. I gave this album a 0 out of 10 for the work on it.
I said, how can I possibly score this? Like,
I gave it a 10 out of 10 for album art. This has the best album art of
it's just young, shredded, shirtless Viper. Like, I don't know, like, what's he doing with his hands? It's like he'd never taken a picture before.
He's just posing. I think this is, I know I've said this before, and I know that I can be a bit hyperbolic on this show. But I mean this. I mean this genuinely. I mean this from the bottom of my heart with every fiber of my being. This is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard. This
yes.
This might be the worst thing any human being has ever produced. There are things.
There's a song on here that I could not stop laughing. I listened to it over and over and over again because it's so baffling. It's so fucking funny. It's so weird. I can't tell like how you recorded this and at some point you thought that these lyrics were gonna make it on an album. Are you kidding me? I just
dog. It is
sorry. Finish your thing and let's get into this.
There are things listed as war crimes in the Geneva Convention that are less heinous than this fucking album. Now, with all that being said, I think this is the most useful album out of any Viper album. And I have a new theory as to who Viper is. Viper was created by the United States government. And as part of the CIA's clandestine program in the 1960s and 70s, dubbed Operation MK Ultra, which was, if you're unaware, a system to develop mind control. They experimented with psychedelic drugs. They experimented with other things, trying to develop truth serums and things like that. This album was created as part of that effort, as a way to make people go fucking insane. If you listen, like, fucking during the height of the Iraq War and the War on Terror, like, when the U.S. would go, invade a town or whatever, they would blast like rock music at all hours of the night, trying to like drive insurgents away. I swear to God, if they had played this album, they would have gotten every single person out of those countries. This is the worst fucking thing on the planet. I cannot stress how angry I am and how fucking...
The best part, this came out in 2019, so he's been building up the songs to put on this for like almost 30 years at this point, fucking, like 25 years, and it's so bad.
It is so fucking awful. I can't stress to you, please don't listen to this. This is legitimately
there is one song in this that I require everyone listening to listen to, but we'll get there. Other than that, stay away.
Just for your own health and safety, I implore you. This is the mountains of madness. Like this is Cthulhu level. Like words can't describe how fucking bad this is. But yeah, go ahead, Will. Wax poetic on it for me, bud. God damn it, I hate this.
This first song is called Cashman, in parentheses, I wanna be with you. I got some lyrics to read if you're okay.
Go for it. I'm not okay, but go ahead.
The first line is, they wanna take my life because I don't have a wife.
Yeah, that's cool.
Then the world is full of baller haters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I'm still afraid of the baller Haitian baller haters divide. And then these boys want to bust my dome because it's full of natural curls.
Yeah, that one was good. I did like that. I didn't write any notes on this, but I will chime in if there's parts of it I remember. I refuse. I'm boycotting taking notes on this dog shit.
Okay. All right. Well, next is called All My Love. That's LUV. The only note I have is the lyric, I graduated from dope boy to dope man.
I want to point out before we move on, I don't think you mentioned it. The first song, quote unquote song on this album is listed as both number 1 and number 2. Cashman is one song, but it is apparently number 1 and number 2 on the album. And as far as I can tell,
Cashman,
it's just split down the middle where he changes voices.
So it's partially that. I think Cashman is the hook, and I Want to Be With You was a separate song that is the verses, and then he mushed them together and called it one song, but it is 2 songs.
Which he should have done. He should have done for the rest of these instead of just releasing verses. He should have
thrown them all away.
Yeah, absolutely. This doesn't deserve to exist, and it honestly, I mean, it's a fucking crime against humanity that it does. But like, if he's gonna do it, he may as well put a little bit of effort towards it.
All right. Next is Thinking About Her Love. Now, this has one of the worst. We talk all the time about the hanging rhymes or like the gaps between the end of the line and the word that's supposed to rhyme. Let me read this to you. They realize why they can't fade me because they're dealing with a real G. I'm that thug that they can't be making plenty of money.
He could have just stretched out money and made it a... I feel like this was off the cutting room floor of the song I'm a Real G. Like, I feel like this was...
Yeah, you're dealing with a real G followed, yeah. Except that's at least, like, passable Viper song, and
right.
This is awful.
Well, that's why this one didn't get put on the final version.
So, the next song is called D-O-N Things. I think that's supposed to be doing things, but it's like D-O-N things.
Yeah, it's also
things.
capital D dash capital O in things. And this actually made me laugh. This one's pretty fucking funny. There's a laugh that he does in it.
For this.
He has a laugh in the middle of this where he just goes, and it is super deep, and it just sounds like, oh! That's it. That made me laugh. That was pretty good.
The next song is called Boom, which at least the hook, I thought this sounded kind of cool.
Shut up.
This isn't any worse than like a random fucking Southwest hooligan hook.
Fuck you.
Like, you're gonna tell me this is worse than To Your Dome with the Chrome, To Your Dome with the Chrome,
No.
To Your Dome. Like, this
Fair
is fine.
enough.
And he's
Fair
excited. The verse is dog shit, but the actual like hook is kind of cool. It's like I don't know. He yells boom. He actually synced up the beat, which there's not supposed to be beats on Capella Viper.
Correct.
I don't know if you know that, but some of these songs just randomly have backing vocals or auto tune or his like emotional support Viper.
Oh, most of them.
Whatever's
do. Most of them do.
But boom is kind of okay. The hook is kind of interesting. The next song is called Bowstringed. I have nothing for this. This is awful. After that is Pistol Play. This is also terrible. It's kind of like To Your Dome with the Chrome, except he says pistol play, pistol play, pistol play, pistol play over and over. And then the verse starts, and my note is, "Hi, horrible pig demon, nice to meet you." And then my other note is bad lyrics. I didn't write any of the lyrics down.
Yeah,
but
they're just
I guess
bad.
I thought they were bad. The next song is my favorite. Message to Marx is probably the funniest thing I have heard in a very, 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 very long time. It is. It's like he's trying things. It's like this is it's like he's doing like, what's it called? Like a cipher, where he's just throwing out words. He hasn't written any of this stuff down, just freestyling, and he's like trying out different voices, and he's trying out different things, but there's like these weird voices that he's doing that I've never heard him do before. And then he'll say like half a sentence and then take these really long, uncomfortable pauses in between line, and he'll be like, and I say, yeah. And we're here. It is so, I cannot possibly do it justice. Like I am so very confident in my Viper impression some of the time, but I cannot replicate this. Please go listen to Message to Marx from this album and nothing else from this, because this is the funniest thing. I sat here and laughed at this song for like 20 minutes. It's like a 2-minute song.
It did not stick out to me. I gotta go re-listen to it.
It's so uncomfortable because there's no music. It's truly just him.
Right.
And he's just talking, and you can tell that he went into this recording session with absolutely no idea what he wanted to say.
He was probably fucking high on crack, Will.
And he records this, and it was like, this is like a recording test. This is like, I might do some of these voices on the next album. I want to hear what they sound like. But he like held on to this recording and then put it on this album in the middle of it.
Dude, the lack of respect he has for his fans in that he would fucking release this. God.
After this episode, you and I are going to sit in a call and listen to Message to Marx, because it is hilarious. Let's move on though to Haha.
This is as far as I got.
There's an ellipses. There's an ellipses there. This is a Cobra song, I guess.
This is as far as I got.
Well, it's the Viper voice in a Cobra song. Right. Yeah, that's fair. It gets. I'll keep going. There's only like 20 more songs.
Yeah.
Next song is called "You Broke Lil N-Word."
I will say I listened to snippets of most of the rest, but I did not listen to any single song after this all the way through, and I just entirely omitted the last like 4 or 5.
So you can very, very clearly hear him breathing into the mic, and like just it's like he's a vacuum slurping air around the mic in, and you can just hear the wind passing in and out of the microphone. He also starts, I don't like this word. It's a word we should probably try to get away from, but he starts using it here, and he just keeps saying it. He just keeps calling everything retarded. In situations where it doesn't make any sense. Like, he calls his verse game that. He calls his money that. He calls himself that in like a positive way. He's like, I'm so cool, I can do whatever I want. I am. And then he just like, what are you doing? Next song's called All This Money. My first note is what the fuck, because it's just ridiculous. In the first 20 seconds, he says, watch my new ride crawl and hoop call. He calls back to probably 15 songs all at once for no reason. I want to read this. I want to read this. So he has the line, "I don't care if you can't stand me, just don't take it personal when I get that yammy."
What does that mean?
I assume he means like a dunk, because he was talking about playing basketball, and so he's calling a dunk a yammy.
Do people call it that?
Also,
does anyone call
not
it
that
that?
I've ever. No, they do not. Here's something. So this song is all about how am I gonna spend all this money? Like, it's falling out the house. I gotta lock the windows so my money don't fall out. I got so much money, and I was like, dude, what are you gonna do with all this money? Maybe pay to get your fucking kid back, you asshole.
Yeah, or
quit running GoFundMe campaigns to get your kid back and posting about how the state of Texas is the Antichrist for taking your kid from you because you sell dope.
If all your money is
if you didn't get a fucking contempt charge in the fucking courtroom, you would have your kid back. It's like a $200 charge.
If he had the money, he could post bail. Like,
And then the next song he's talking about something like $1 million, and then it's a $sign, but he says it bucks, something like $1 million bucks.
Baller.
He has the lyrics. He has the lyric, "I want to pinch myself because of how real it seems," which, again, you pinch yourself when something seems too good to be true,
right?
Not because it seems too real. I don't know what. I don't know if he knows that.
Maybe he's maybe
next-
that explains it. Maybe he's just dreaming that he has all that money.
The next one is
He does remember all his
he-
dreams.
He does remember them all. That's true. Next is called I got everything. That is EVRYTHANG.
Yep.
I don't have any except everything.
Everything.
Next is called The Money Changin'. I said that this track sounds like he's working with like a really depressed Daft Punk, because like it's that kind of classic vocoder, except the dude behind the mic sounds like he just got beaten up and they took his lunch money and his girlfriend dumped him and he lost his job, and then Viper called him in and like called him a loser and then made him sing into the vocoder. And then this is my favorite name on this album, Ursa Swag Major. The guy is the guy is still there, just depressingly, just talking into the vocoder. He like Ursa Swag Major.
That's so fucking dumb. That's so stupid
like-
because it's just called Ursa Major. It's just called Ursa Major. The fucking
Ursa
constant.
Swag Major.
Like it's not even a fucking play on words. He just put swag in the middle of it. He just put swag. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
The depressed Daft Punk voice doesn't go away between songs. He just starts singing different words. Like you can hear, there's no cutoff on the track. He just at the end of The Money Changin', he takes like a breath and then just starts reading the hook of Ursa Swag Major. It goes right into it, and then he doesn't come back to do the second or third hook. Viper does them.
It's so much like I'm sitting here and I'm just thinking of way better Constellation things. Like
Then Ursa Swag Major.
it would have been so easy to just say Orion's Gucci belt. Like that's so much better than Ursa's Swag Major. That's so fucking dumb.
Why couldn't have he even said like my swag is Ursa Major or something, like anything?
Ursa
Anyway,
Major
next song-
Ursa Major's the bear, right? Ursa means bear.
Yeah, it's the Big Dipper. Yeah,
All right,
I don't know.
Vibes.
Next is called What
All right,
I'm
Viper.
Spendin'. I want to read this lyric out. To me, it's like paper and cheese. I keep it wherever I go. Money long, like flamingo.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
I can't fault the guy
next
for
is
that
called
one.
Yeah, next one's called Papered Up. I don't remember anything about this one. Then Snake Helix. My note for Snake Helix is what a mess.
Another
I don't
fucking
know what is happening
good
here.
ass metal band name.
Snake Helix is good. I don't have any idea what this is supposed to be. I don't know. Next is called Death to Snitches, which didn't we just listen to this album last week?
Yeah, I think so. Last week or a couple weeks ago or
Except-
something.
Strangely enough, Death to Snitches, the title track, there was no song named that on that album. Probably because it died and went to hell. Hell being acapella's Viper. Next up is called They Need Me. This is trash. This is awful. I don't have any. My one note is just trash.
God.
Then my favorite hook of the day. So this song is called The Money, The Money, The Money, The Money, in all caps. And the hook is just the money, 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 over and over and over and over and over again for like 40 seconds straight. He just never stopped saying the money.
That's Death Grips. That's Death Grips, bro.
Is it? Did they do that?
Not really, but somebody in the comments probably said that.
Yeah. Next is called She Say She Want a Real. This is just a boring one. Money ain't no thing. No. Pendulum of Love.
That's another fucking. That is a great 80s like hair band album name.
It is. This sucks. These last several are. Some of them are like 14-second clips. It'll be like just a hook or like part of a verse. Cash Game Stuntin' is just a single verse. with no
Baller.
beat.
Dude, that's so cool.
Next song, this is kind of a stroke name. And What's a Trip Is... ... I don't... That might have to be the name of the episode. And What's a Trip Is...
and what's a trip is.
With the ellipses too. I don't know. This one is nothing. It was like 14 seconds of him like
Just
ad-libbing, kind of. Yeah. And then the next one is called Yule Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack.
Yeah, and it is the acapella version of Yule Cowards Who Don't Even Smoke Crack.
So this, I have no doubt, when he put this out, he advertised this album as having an acapella version of this song to sell it. But he's a bastard. So it is 25 seconds of the start of the song, and then it abruptly cuts, and then it's over.
Yeah.
And it's
I did
also
not get that far.
very
I only got
clearly-
about 15 seconds in.
Yeah, it is not the original version. Like, he re-recorded it, which is cool. He didn't just strip the vocal track off the original.
Well,
But
that's, I mean,
it's 25 seconds.
I wouldn't say that's cool because that's what an acapella version of a song is.
Right, but considering that some of these had beats and had music and had effects, the fact that he actually just took the 20 seconds that it took him to record this is kind of impressive given the amount of work he put into any of the rest of this.
I would do anything. I would do anything to get an actual re-release or remix version of Yule Cowards Who Don't Even Smoke Crack in its entirety. Like that song. We have not heard that song once since we listened to it the first time on the first episode.
That's not true. Remember, we heard it twice in a row a couple weeks ago.
I don't think that's true. I think
On the song You'll Never Smoked Crack. Yeah, it was like 14 Paperman songs and then 2 identical copies of Yule Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack.
Oh, I'm wrong then. My
But
bad.
other than that, yes.
My
No, you're
bad.
good.
Oh,
So yeah.
that album's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree.
What we got for next week, Will?
Are we doing what to listen to instead, or do you even want to bother this week?
We'll do that after we go through what's next week. Next week we're having a
Okay.
guest.
Yeah, we're gonna have Atticus Lane, right?
Yeah, Atticus
That's gonna be
Lane
sick.
for the use of our theme song. He will be listening to the album. What the fuck is a recession? What are the other two albums for
That is
break?
what the fuck spelled what the F capitalized $ capital C lowercase k is a recession ? Yeah. So look forward to that. Look forward to a guest. And then Garrett, our tracks, our albums. I'll probably listen to that one as well. But we have
Oh
The
yeah,
Beast of the Best.
I was gonna listen to that one too.
No, yeah. The Beast of the Best, which we mentioned earlier that we'd have.
I don't know why I
You ready
write
for the
these.
other one?
I don't.
You're just gonna
I'm
ask
just-
me
I'm
in
just-
like 6 days anyway.
I'm gonna text you on Sunday after fucking Saturday night and be like, "Hey man, what are we listening to this week?"
What were those albums? Yeah, and then I'll send you the YouTube link. I'll be like, damn, it's gonna take me so long, and then I'll find them instantly. This next, the final album is called You Are So.
Say that again.
You are so trash.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my foot down and say it that episode 16 we will listen to Lust Lord.
All right, that's what I like to hear, baby.
So I had already decided on this list, or I would have added it. Maybe we can do that and like Grind Shine or some of these other random albums that we heard a lot of today.
Absolutely.
We could get Candid Camera in there.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it'd be a good week.
I'm very
But for next
excited.
week, look forward to Atticus Lane. Look forward to The Beast of the Best. What the fuck is a recession? And You Are So Trash.
What do you want the folks to listen
anything
to
else before we-
instead?
Oh right, give a look to the Fiona Apple album "Fetch the Bolt Cutters" that came out last year. I heard it when it first came out. I heard it again recently. Still very good. It was made like just in her house during the pandemic because she was bored.
Hell yeah.
And Fiona Apple's been making music for a long time.
Very long
And
time.
she's still got it. Yeah. she's been releasing albums since like the mid '90s. So
Yeah, I mean,
definitely give it a look.
I've
Pretty cool.
learned of her because I used to listen to 90s on 9 on Sirius XM because I was
Yeah.
when I was in like early high school, I was obsessed with the 1990s, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
I'm going to throw it back. I want you guys to listen to probably my favorite artist of all time, Atmosphere. Their 2014 record, Southsiders. It's one of my favorite records by them that came out during a very formative time in my life. And that's also in honor of Atticus Lane. That's his one of his favorite albums as well, one of his favorite artists as well. So in honor of him coming on next week, I'm going to recommend you guys listen to that album. Very, very solid Twin Cities hip hop, which along with post-punk, which I said last week is probably one of my favorite genres. So would Minneapolis hip hop, or Twin Cities hip hop, I suppose.
I wanna just say too, I am so excited. I have never spoken to Ben ever, and I'm glad that he's had the chance to know me and get to know me exclusively through two cowards who don't even smoke crack. So this is going to be an exciting week.
It is going to be an exciting.
This next show
week.
is going to be really good.
I hope we get to have some guests on, some more guests on eventually if this one goes well.
I think it'll be fun. We're far enough in. We're almost 15 weeks into the show.
That's nuts.
I think that's insane.
That's peanuts.
And that's peanuts. We are back in business. We got old albums to review again. We don't have to review albums from 2019 anymore.
We don't have to review Viper's acapellas again.
Viper's
acapella is now...
I think it'd be really funny. Every time we have a guest on, we say, hey, we're reviewing Viper's acapella this week. Can you listen to that one again? And just every guest has to give their own review of Viper's acapellas.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. We can discuss that further.
Okay.
Until then, until we see you guys next week, I'm Garrett.
And you are so trash.
Bye.